You're going to have to forgive me if I say XC90 in the next few minutes of this video, because that is what we're used to. And this is actually the Volvo EX90. The similarity is not just the name. This is very much an electric alternative to the XC90 everybody knows and loves. It doesn't replace it just yet. Volvo is keeping plug-in hybrid versions of the XC90 in production for a few years yet because there's still demand, but this eventually will be the big family SUV buyers will all aspire to. As you can see, it's just as big as the XC90. It's still a 7-seat SUV, but there's a lot to see here. At the front, I love these lights. This is Volvo's new design motif, if you like. It's still the Thor hammer piece that we're used to here, the design there, but this actually has an unbelievable welcome sequence. I can't show you it in this particular car because it's pre-production. You have to take my word for it or look it up online. I'm sure it's on our website already. Elsewhere, obviously, there's no grille in front. It's an electric car. It doesn't need one there. You get big alloy wheels at each corner. You get distinctive, subtle styling here, which is very much like the XC90 before it. As you move back, you probably notice a few other things though. You've got these new door handles. They're flush fitting, and there's very much an emphasis on the aerodynamics of this car like never before to reduce drag. The drag coefficient is only 0.29, which is amazing for a car this big. Should quickly go back here, and one of the things that sticks out is up on top of the windscreen there. That's a Lidar sensor. It's standard on all EX90s, and it's very much Volvo saying, yep, safety is front and center for us, and it really fits with the whole family car vibe. At launch this year, the two models that will be initially offered are both twin motor versions, so there's electric motor on each axle. The entry-level one comes with 408 horsepower, and then there's a performance model which is 517 horsepower. Way more power than anybody needs in a car like this, but obviously it'll feel fast. More importantly, it also comes with a big battery. Initially there's a 111 kilowatt hour battery pack, and that in those models should mean a range of nearly 600 kilometers, not quite. Later on, there'll be a single motor version. It'll be rear-wheel drive, and yet we don't know how powerful the motor will be, but we do know it'll come with a slightly smaller battery. That'll be 104 kilowatt hours. We're hoping the range of that will at least be 600 kilometers. That's the official range, obviously. In terms of charging, all EX90s will come with 11 kilowatt AC charging as standard, and this is the CCS combo plug here, up to 250 kilowatt on DC. So that means potentially 30 minutes for a 10 to 80% charge. No matter what you think of the exterior of the EX90, in reality it's all about the interior of this car because it's designed to transport lots of people. Volvo tells me that this is actually the car with the youngest group of owners. That is really surprising until you kind of think about it and realise that it's people with kids that are going to be buying this car for the most part. Not everyone, obviously. Inside, it does continue where the XC90 left off. It's got plenty of room. It's 7 seats as standard in Ireland, and I'll show you the back there in a minute. Up front, what comes across straight away is the simplicity of it all. You've got this lovely dashboard here, and this is actually really tactile. It continues where previous wood dashboards from Volvo have left off, and in fact, this car is brimming with sustainable materials. To that end, there's no such thing as leather in this car. Now, there will be different upholstery options, and one of them is synthetic leather. What this particular car has is this wool blend, and actually, I must admit, I really like it. It's tactile, it looks nice, it feels nice to sit in, and so do these seats, actually. As we're used to now in Volvo, it's got a big, tall, upright touchscreen here, and it's moved the game on a little bit further than the EX30 that we saw recently. So it's still Google-based, lots of features there, and we'll discover that a bit more when we drive the car later this year. There's plenty of storage in here. Got two cup holders hidden underneath a sliding panel here, wireless charger in front of that, loads of storage underneath here. So this is actually a floating console, if you like. And then up here, underneath the armrest, a big, deep box, which plenty of storage again. Speaking of practicalities, you really do need to look in the back because not only does it seat 7, but actually there's decent boot space too. Now, as with the XC90, I'm glad to report the back is adult sized. So you can see loads of room for my feet under here, loads of room for my knees. There's even still a net here. And look at all this headroom. Now, I'm not massively tall, I'm only about 5'9", but this is behind my own driving position, so it bodes well for anybody that needs to carry adults back here, or big teenagers for that matter. On the same subject, it's a flat floor all the way across here. So even if you're sat in the middle, there's plenty of legroom. There are air vents here, I noticed. There's climate control, heated seats as well. So obviously this is a very high spec version we're sitting in. Neat little feature I see in the middle here, a built-in booster. So put your little one in there. You don't even need to carry a separate booster. I really like that. These seats all recline and they slide as well, so you can allow a bit more space for those behind if you need to. Now, this isn't going to be pretty, but as it's a 7-seat car, I have to show you how easy it is to get in and out of the back. Forgive the look at my bum. Okay, it wasn't pretty, but it's not that hard to get in. Let's put the seat back and feel how much room I have. Okay, it's really not bad. My head is brushing the top here, and if it was me next to me here, it'd be okay for short journeys. And remember, of course, that these seats slide as well, so I could give myself a little bit more knee room. There are extra air vents back here, which is nice. You get some reading lights and some cup holders. So kids, teenagers, no problem at all. Check out the boot next. That is impressive, given that we have this much space inside. As you'd hope, it's electronically opened. Now, this is still in the same position as where I was sitting a minute ago, and that is a pretty big space, and there's more. Under here, you pretty much get the weekly shop. There's also a frunk or under bonnet storage at the front, which we'll show you, so not bad at all. That's our very first look at the new electric Volvo EX90. It very much carries on from where the XC90 left off, except now with electric power. Fortunately, if you like the look of it, it is unfortunately sold out for 2024. Get your order in now for 2025. As I just showed you, it's practical, it's comfortable, it looks superb, and it promises to be good to driver. We hope it does anyway. If you want to know more, pop along to our website. It's CompleteCar.ie. It's a great resource for choosing your next new car.